My recommendation before you really start looking for an apartment is to gather all of your documents together so you have everything ready so that when you do find an apartment, you're ready to apply to it. Right now, in the market that we're currently in 2023, it's a very active residential rental market where you have a lot of demand, very high demand of people looking to rent in the area and relatively low supply, and that's causing apartments to rent rather quickly. So I always recommend to tenants to have all of their documents ready to go so that if they see an apartment they like, they view it, they apply right away. And I'm going to go over what those documents are that you'll have to gather and present. So this form here on the screen right now is a standard form lease application from the New Jersey Association of Realtors. And this form basically is what we call a lease application, where you'll have your information, your employer, how much income you make. If you're renting the apartment with somebody else, they would also have their information here, their income, references for both yourself, and if somebody else is applying with you, their information, their references as well. Bank information as far as like you have a savings, what's the balance? Like we have to provide the landlord with information that you have the financial means to rent the apartment. So as much information as possible. Some people ask me, are account numbers necessary? I probably would leave them off and just put like, PNC Bank and then, $25,000 or whatever, like the approximate number is that you have. They could always ask for more information on that if need be. And then, your current landlord information, acknowledgement that there's a potential broker fee involved that you'll be paying, etc. So I recommend completing this form. I will link this down below so you have it. The other forms that you're going to need to present are usually each apartment will have its own like tenant screening application, which would also include a credit screening. And those are usually done through a service called National Tenant Network. That's one of the more popular ones in the area. And I'll discuss that in the next video. So that will be done when you apply for the apartment, but that doesn't really count towards the documents I'm referring to now. What I'm referring to now is this form, as far as the rental application, you're going to want to gather your two most recent pay stubs for all applicants that are applying. So if there's more than one person, we'll need recent pay stubs for that person as well as pay stubs for you. I'll also need, we usually present copies of IDs that are of the people that are renting. And also, if some people say to me, well, I haven't started my job yet, I'm moving to the area, then we will need usually the employment letter, that your job letter that will state that you're starting your job on this date and this is what your salary will be. And it's usually from HR. If there's any questions, please contact us. So many times people who relocate to the area have that employment letter. Also, if you have any pets, and your pet is an emotional support animal, the landlord's going to request most likely to review the emotional support documentation, which you probably have. So you're going to want to gather that up if you have an emotional support animal and any sort of paperwork that goes with that emotional support animal that the landlord will want to review. So it's the rental application, it's the pay stubs, it's an employment letter if you have one, if you're starting a job. If you have a pet, it's the information about the pet. Those are the main items that are needed. And then also on here, you want to make sure you have your current landlord information if there is one, and references. If you have any further questions about this, please let me know. I can be reached at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Thank you.